Okay, this is a unique battle. Kopik and Esdren got crucial contribution, and I did a lot of driving. This is just a few days before the Arty was nerfed. This is the 20th of June of this year. A few days before 8.6 was launched. And this is one of those long, drawn-out battles where, despite the fact that a whole bunch of people on your team are getting killed, you just have to hang on and keep driving and let the arty do the work and not attempt anything too risky. I'm leaving the fixed camera on so that you can see all the moves I'm making to survive and to light up targets. Now this is quite funny at the beginning here. A Leopard PTA has chosen his little bush to hide in. Unfortunately, he's been observed and he doesn't move. So Esdren is able to finish him off with one shot in a few seconds here. There you go. The PTA is down. One of the aspects of Prohorovka is this spine that crosses the middle of the map. And it's practically impossible to scout beyond that rise, especially at the start of a battle, because you'll just die. So any competent scout knows that you can get up to the level of the heights, but then you have to veer off, or they're going to get good shots on you. And you know, I would say more than half of the people who like to do scouting, they just know that, and they're not going to attempt anything too radical. There's the first arty shell. In those days, in my T50, I was very embarrassed if I was ever hit by arty. It was basically my own fault if I got hit by artillery fire. Dash 2, it wasn't your own fault. The vehicle... It was hard to... A good arty player, especially at one time, I was up against 3 GW Panthers from Guerrillas in a tank company, and they got me almost right away in my Dash 2. Now, I don't know why I'm going over here. This is pretty weird for me to do this. Very risky. Very risky. But I got away with it. Esdren already has 2 kills, as you can see. There's a nice hit on a T-71, setting him on fire. I've been in a lot of battles like this, and not only on this map, where essentially I'm marking time. If I was to go forward at this point and try to light up their artillery, I don't rate my chances of getting past those vehicles very highly, especially the T-71. You cannot, in the T-50, you cannot approach a T-71. It's just the wrong thing to do. It's an interesting question whether the designers of this map realized what they were doing when they gave it these terrain features. I'd love to sit in on some of their planning sessions when they're designing new maps. And I certainly would lobby for more open maps. In the Second World War, Rommel described the desert as the tactician's paradise and the quartermaster's hell. And, you know, tacticians want open terrain. Anybody who likes maneuvering any obstacle to maneuvering is bothersome, and it limits your freedom of action, and it takes away options. So when you're in a battle like this, I enjoy it a lot. You know, the waiting game, some people might find it tedious, but I'm just hoping that our heavy vehicles will not do anything crazy and that we'll be able to survive till the end game. Now, at this point, I'm starting to think that Esdren has to move from where he is, and also the other M12 has got to change positions because we're losing people. And even though we're down a few tanks here, I'm not really worried about the situation, because based on past experience, there's plenty of opportunity to recover, provided that people change positions. So Esdren, Kopik, and me obviously are on TeamSpeak together, and Esdren is on his way as fast as his tracks can carry him to a safer spot. Mr. Chicken there from GMCS is not moving yet. I'm telling him to relocate, and he doesn't move. Now this was quite a shock. This shocked me, what is about to happen here. I couldn't believe it. Look at this. There's a T-54 right in front of me. I had no idea that he'd snuck along the embankment there, and I'm just maneuvering like crazy to get out of there. Look, Esdren just took a bad hit, but he survived. So this is basically the critical moment of the battle. They've got vehicles on open ground, flat open ground, which is a mistake for them to do that, because I can spot them now. Here I get hit by Spetsnaz there. That's the only hit I took in the battle, and I've got to run for it. And he stays illuminated. There, Esdren just got him. A nice kill shot on a moving vehicle. Unfortunately, the other M12 did not survive. Our situation here is not as bad as it looks, because the flat open ground helps a lot. And we've got two important vehicles at G1 and H1 protecting the road. And these guys are just coming on in the open. So even though it looks hopeless, it's not. And I'm just going to keep driving like crazy. My most dangerous opponent, the T-54, is out of the way. So these slower vehicles are now approaching one at a time, which is what you always want. There, he's gone. The Object 704 got him. Now I have to go over to the other side to help the Object 704 with the Type 59. And there, he's down to 4%. And I'm just going to do a little distracting here. And I think I was the one that actually lit him up at this point there. And he fired at me, and if that shot had hit me, that's the end of the game for me. And here's some arty shells coming in. Kopik got the Type 59. There's another arty shell. And there's another one. I'm sure they're not too happy with me driving around free as a bird. And there's a beautiful kill shot on the T-44. Once again, like I say, the Object 704 is protecting the road beautifully. And I head over this way because I suspect that more vehicles might be approaching the cap, and look at that. Big surprise. And they're, once again, they're in the open on flat ground. Not such a great idea. Esdren just gets another one there. And I think you can all guess what's going to happen to the E-75. That's hardly a surprise. Now at this point, I'm worried about the 5916, and If he hits me, I might survive one hit, but not two. So I'm just going to keep my distance here. The Object 704 is undamaged. And all I have to do is just keep driving in a crazy pattern and hope for the best and not let him hit me. And the Object 704 just took a hit. Now, this is an amazing shot by Esdren on that 5916 on a moving vehicle. I don't know if you could do that anymore. Very unlikely with the RD nerf, but we have our memories. So I'm quite happy with what just took place, and I'm pretty sure that we can easily finish these guys off one at a time. But my main thought here is I'm not going to engage these guys. I'm just going to light them up, because even though we're stand a good chance of victory, it's not a good idea to lose the scout. So Kopik just finished off the GW Panther with a single shot. There's another RD shell. That was awfully close. And I'm just doing my crazy pattern here. Now, an interesting question arises. Could an A20 do this in those days? And I think the answer is unlikely, because it lacks the agility, and several of those shots that missed me probably would have hit me. There's another shell from my artillery buddies here. Now, unbeknownst to us, the S-51 was sneaking through the backfield. He'd done a long march, probably on the other side of the railroad tracks, and he'd been doing it for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Here's another kill shot from Esdren. He's up to 8 kills. Kopik's got 3. And the Object 704 gets... There's the S-51. Just snuck up on our 2 guys. I couldn't scout everywhere at once. And there. Esdren got killed, unfortunately. But you don't lose your crucial contribution if you're dead. And there's the final kill shot from Kopik. Game over.